Hi everyone, Bethany Siggins here, image consultant and style coach. Thank you for joining me. My last in the series of what I've started calling New Year Style. So today we're going to talk about evolving your style and how you do that and why it's important. In November, I did a podcast for my podcast, Bethany Says, about aging gracefully with style. And that was more focused on embracing the aging process, emphasizing what's great on your body and what works with your body right now, and decreasing your options. This talk is a little bit more about how your style is changing a little bit over time, all of the time, which I've talked about in the episode a couple of weeks ago. So I want you to, of course, find your style, and we've talked about why it's important, but I don't want you to just stay there. I want you to keep your options open and realize that even if you have the same style year after year, the things that you have in your wardrobe don't stay the same. What's available in fashion is going to be changing all the time, and your life is going to be changing, and your needs. So don't get stuck. We all know those people who have sort of the aged wardrobe, the hairstyle from 20 years ago, and they are really saying they're out of touch and they're aging themselves, unfortunately, even though they are probably holding on to it because that was a time that they really loved how they looked and think, well, I can just stay with this. Well, no, you can't. So never say never when it comes to fashion. I've learned this firsthand. I've got quite a bit in my wardrobe that probably 5 or 6 years ago I said I hated or I'd never have. One example is the clog. I specifically remember saying how ugly that shoe was and that I would never have it. And it's in my closet. And the Allbirds, which my husband has been talking about forever since he bought a pair, I said, no, Allbirds. But they came out with a high top style, and I thought, okay, I can do that. So let's give the Allbirds a try. So don't say never, because you never know. You might need it or you might wear it later. So reasons for evolving your style, of course, are many. You might start a new job or leave a job. You might retire or come out of retirement. You might be living in a completely different place. Like I found myself in Seattle, which is so different from Dallas, and my style was really, really different there. And the things that I felt like wearing there was different. You might have some physical challenges that crop up, which dictate different things to wear. So those are some real and actual reasons why your style would evolve beyond just the passage of time and new options that are available out there in fashion. I have mentioned this in several different places. There's a podcast I love called Everything is Fine, and it's for women over 40. And they recently had one of my very favorite fashion people on there, Stacy London, and they asked her about her advice or what advice she would have for women in midlife. And she had this to say. Let me find it. In middle age, we begin to not feel like who we were, and that can block acceptance of who we are. We have to allow for evolution in every stage of life. Let your style be based on a true and honest awareness of who you are today. You don't have to keep wearing what you always wore. Let your style evolve as you evolve. Stacy just always puts it so perfectly. And so this kind of ties back to that chat that we had earlier in the month about accepting yourself where you are. When you do that, then you can step into a style that's so appreciative of the person that you are. And that touches on exactly what Stacy was saying in that podcast. So how do you evolve? I think it comes down to just being honest with yourself, checking in. What am I doing day to day? Who am I seeing? What do I really need? If you've left that corporate job, you don't need the suits anymore. You don't need all those slacks. If you go to a corporate job again in 5 or 6 years, you're going to need a new suit and you're going to need a new pair of slacks. Those that you were wearing are going to be outdated at that point. So don't hold on to things just in case. Or, if you're in a new season where you're not doing that anymore, you can let it go. Maybe you're retired and you're traveling. You're going to need a travel wardrobe. So there's any number of different things, different shifts that will cause you to check in and go, yeah, that was my old life and this is where I'm at now. So when you're checking in with yourself, then you're going to check in with your wardrobe and go, oh, well, okay, I see that I have 8 pairs of black slacks. I'm not going to that desk job anymore, so maybe I'll just keep one. Just what if you're going to one cocktail party every year or every other year and you've got 8 cocktail dresses? So it's little things like that, just kind of being honest and being appreciative of the things that you had in your wardrobe that you enjoyed wearing and maybe you still love, but just being honest that, hey, I don't need that anymore. So that's a wrap on this series. We started New Year's Day with my top 3 tips for looking your best in 2021, which were, great fit, great color, and your personality is present. Then the next one was seeing yourself for how amazing you are so that you can have a great style. Then we talked about, yes, you can learn style and it's never too late. Then we talked about why personal style is so important, going above and beyond just having a well-groomed image. And now today, evolving your style. So I appreciate you letting me lay this groundwork for you in January so we can step into our February series about creating space. We'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.